Hey guys, Joe here from XFoxGames. Check it out, we got the Nerf Ultra Scream Machine. Now I know even before I start, I know some of you guys are thinking, wait a second, isn't that the DORADO? And you're right. I mean, we're probably going to make a whole nother video just on the comparison of the two, but to be honest, it's the same thing. I mean, almost everything is the same except a little bit of the coloring, and that's about it. So we might do a video on it, and I know some of you guys are going to ask about it. So again, if you guys are curious on the DORADO, just go check that out, or you can just watch this, right, and just envision these as gold. That's about it. So before we even start, guys, definitely subscribe if you guys haven't already. Make sure you guys, again, get in on the giveaways. I would love to give one of these things away. I'm actually impressed by the color scheme of this one, right? If you guys remember, the DORADO made my top current Ultra Blasters at that time, right? So it's going to be a toss-up. I mean, I would love to give one of these away. We just picked up one of these off of the Walmart website for about $35. The thing was, though, is they didn't have a picture of it, but you could look it up by the name. So if you're just scrolling through the pictures and you don't see it, you're like, what's going on? So you can look it up by the name. So again, you can go pick it up. I'm not sure, again, if they're ever going to have the DORADO here in the U.S. Maybe, but once I've seen this, I'm like, probably not, right? It doesn't make any sense. I'm kind of confused, though, a little bit on the Scream Machine here because it doesn't follow kind of the Nerf Ultra theme, right? Kind of the goldish kind of thing. Like a lot of these, it doesn't follow it. It like breaks the mold, and they call it the Scream Machine. I mean, I get that they have the Pharaoh, and they have, you know, a lot of these. It just, I don't know. It just kind of broke the mold. That's why I assumed we were gonna get the DORADO here because it followed that line of kind of that goldish, whitish theme, and then they throw this out there, the Scream Machine. You're like, what is happening? I was hoping that this was going to be mag-fed or something like that. If you guys remember, the Amped just came out, which I absolutely freaking love because, again, it is magazine-fed. I was hoping this or some, I don't know. Anyways, let's get into this thing. Let's take a look at the actual box. So you can see the front of the box. You know, yeah, you look at it, you're like, wait, this is completely different than what I'm used to. But again, it comes with 12 of the Ultra Screamer darts, which, hey, 12 is not bad. So you can basically fill this top rail up as well as fill the back up. And then, of course, looking on the back here, again, nothing too crazy. I mean, it's just the blaster itself. Talks about the Sonic Screamers. I've never been a huge fan of the Sonic Screamers, but hey, it is what it is. But there are no Easter eggs on the back of the box about other kind of coming up Nerf blasters. I had no idea that this one was coming out. Absolutely no idea. I saw somebody else, and I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I got to pick that thing up because I really like the color scheme. So if we take a look at the actual blaster just up and close, you could see, again, I mean, I like the design of this particular blaster. I always liked the Nerf Ultra 2. And the Nerf Ultra 2, if you guys remember, I mean, it's pretty much just like this in a mini package, right? I like the Nerf Ultra 2 just because it's a 6-shot. I always like dual wielding these things. But then when this one came out of the DORADO, I really liked it. It was like, man, it's kind of what I wanted. And now I know also there are other Nerfers who kind of modded the Nerf Ultra 1 and the Nerf Ultra 2 to be something like this, as well as the DORADO. So just keep that in mind. But I think with a $35 price tag on this, I don't think it's worth getting a 2 and a 1 and hacking those up to make a Scream Machine, right? It doesn't make any sense now. So just kind of keep that in mind. I'm going to throw that over there. So the looks, I think it looks great. The grip, again, I had no problem with this with kind of the Ultra line. I think it's great. Again, for adult hands, it fits really, really well. And I don't think a smaller Nerfer is going to have any issues. You got, of course, the rev down there. You got the trigger. And the trigger is a really satisfying click, click when it goes, right? Very similar to the 2, how it pushes the pusher, it pushes the dart out. I think it's very, very satisfying. It does come with, yes, about a 5 to 6 inch tactical rail up top, which is awesome. So you can throw all of your favorite attachments on the top. I don't know, you know, a small little scope, a little red dot, whatever you like. I think it looks really good with the normal kind of iron sights on here. I think that those look really, really good. But again, you could throw on your favorite attachment onto the top. I don't think it needs it by any means. I would actually almost take off this whole upper rail up here, personally. But I get there's going to be a huge gap up there, unless somebody 3D prints something. So I appreciate that. It's because the Dino Squad line, we've done a few of the Dino Squad lines, and they don't have any tactical rails on them. And some of those blasters are really, really cool. I'm just like, wow. Not even one tactical rail. But yeah, so on the top also, yes, it has 6 additional holders for darts, so you just slide those in, nothing too crazy. I felt like this didn't hold them all that well. I felt like if you hit something, they're going to come out. So they're a little bit wobbly up there, if you can kind of see that. A little bit wobbly, but still, I would probably just throw a bunch of them in my pocket. But again, some people might like that. I, again, would prefer this whole top just not on there. As far as, yes, the battery source, it is 9.6 volts, which is awesome. You guys know I love that. Anything that is 6 volts, I'm like, oh, man, I just want that. So the Ultra line, yes, most of them, I think all of them are going to be 9.6 volts. So it takes 6 AA's right here. Pretty easy, and you know it's going to shoot hard. You know it's probably going to be in the 90s, which I think is awesome. Now, I mean, overall of this particular blaster, I mean, just a quick look in the front grip and all this. Again, it feels great. I loved the DORADO because it just feels really compact, feels really good, and it does its job. I really want to mod this one. I really want to put that conversion kit. You guys can check it out here so you can shoot the standard length darts out of here because I would love to have more capacity, right? 6 is like, ugh, but having 9 or more is really what I want. So I might, again, pick up that kit. I'm not quite sure because this one for $35, if I break it, okay. But the DORADO, when I got it overseas, it was like $90 or $100 to my house. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to mess that up because I don't want to buy it again. So I wouldn't mind modding this one with that one. And so if something messes up, hey, it's not that too big of a hit. So let's take a look at me actually shooting this particular blaster again. You know, shooting it, I mean, this thing was shooting right around the 90s, which is awesome. That's if you let the motor spin all the way up. I get it, right? Sometimes you just want to fire quickly, and the motors can't fully spin back up to 100% to shoot again. So just kind of, again, keep that in mind that, yeah, if you fully let them rev, you're going to get the maximum FPS out of this bad boy. And it's very, very satisfying, as you can see. I mean, you know, you could shoot 2 of them back to back, and they're really good. But if you really let it rev, it really comes out of there really, really hard, and I like that. Now, I get that, again, the Sonic Screamers are not everybody's favorite. I was able to pick up a few of these when they were on sale at our local Walmart store. I think they were sub $5 or something. They're really, really cheap, so I picked up a few. And to be honest, I mean, I'll shoot the standard darts out of here, or the standard ultra length darts out of here. The Screamers, I never noticed a performance increase except for the noise, right? You kind of scare your opponent and then whizzing by, which I think is awesome. One of the things I hope to find with this is hopefully someday somebody is going to make or have a 3D printed front grip up here. I would love to have that right on the front up there. I think that would be just awesome. But again, that is for another time. We are 3D printing a lot of things, so we're going to have a little bit of a series on that. But I think having a grip like that up front would just be awesome. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think of this thing if you guys have picked it up online, because I know a lot of the people who have Ultra will probably pick this one up as well as the Amped, because, again, the Amped was just awesome. I am very impressed so far, you know, the beginning of Q1, the things that Nerf has done with their line so far. They have come out with some really, really cool stuff, and I hope they keep that momentum going because, you know, I felt like at the end of last year, they kind of puttered out in some other, you know, Adventure Force and Dart Zone really like put the pedal to the metal and came out with some excellent blasters. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this thing. I'm always curious. Definitely leave it down in the comments. And again, yeah, subscribe if you guys haven't already. Again, get in on the giveaways. Take the 2 seconds. Anyways, thanks again, Fox fans.